Hey, Skull Nation. What's up, you purple-blooded warriors? Can you believe it? We're sitting here on the edge of Week 10, hearts pounding like a war drum, because our Minnesota Vikings just pulled off the heist of the season, snatching victory from the jaws of the Detroit Lions in a thriller that had me howling louder than a wolf in the wild. That dagger from J.J. McCarthy to Jalen Nailor? Pure magic, folks. It's got the whole Vikings locker room buzzing with that dog-in-the-street energy. And now we've got Baltimore coming to US Bank Stadium this Sunday at noon Central Time. Ravens at 3-5, us at 4-4. It's a bloodbath in the NFC North, and I'm fired up to dive deep into the Noticias dos Vikings news straight from Egan. Stick with me, because if we harness this momentum, we're not just talking playoffs. We're talking roaring into the division lead. Who's ready to break it down? Let's charge. That Lions win wasn't just a W. It was a statement. A seismic shift that flipped the script on our season. Imagine this, we're on the road at Ford Field, the crowd's deafening, but our boys shield McCarthy like a fortress, and boom, 3rd and 5, he lasers it to Nailor for the ice-cold clincher. 27-24, upset city. Left tackle Christian Darrisaw, fresh off protecting his QB for the first time on enemy turf, couldn't stop raving. He's a baller, man. That confidence, that swagger. He commands the huddle like a general. And get this, fans. Despite only completing 14 passes max in a game so far, McCarthy's the first rookie in NFL history with 2+ passing TDs and 1+ rushing TD in 2 of his first 3 starts. 57.6% completion, 444 yards, 4 picks, 4 scores through the air, plus 62 yards and 2 on the ground. Passer rating at 73.0? That's rookie fire, baby. But here's the hook. Can he sustain it against a Ravens D that's suddenly ferocious? We're talking growth, grit, and a kid who's a sponge for knowledge. What do you think? Is JJ the real deal, or does Baltimore expose him? Drop your takes in the comments. Now, let's zoom in on the man who's got our offense dreaming big, J.J. McCarthy. The 22-year-old phenom who's turning dramatic flair into franchise fuel. Offensive coordinator Wes Phillips nailed it Thursday. You love his competitiveness. The guys feed off his energy, his fire. But it's that balance Phillips preaches. Amped up without losing poise across all 60 minutes. That'll define Sunday. McCarthy's reset button? Crushing his US Bank Stadium record from the Chicago debut, where he heroed a fourth-quarter magic show. No more feast or famine. It's about steady command, play after play, down after down. And the stats back the hype. In just 3 starts, he's etched history no one's touched before. But growth? Oh, it's coming. Phillips calls him extremely intelligent. Jotting notes, asking the right questions. Like a quarterback's quarterback. Skull fans, picture this. A full game of that Michigan polish meeting NFL chaos. Does it propel us to 5-4, or does Lamar Jackson steal the spotlight? I'm betting on our kid. Your thoughts? Shifting gears to the trenches, where legends are forged. Our Vikings uniform combo this weekend is straight fire. Purple jerseys, white pants. The classic home look that screams dominance under those purple rafters. It's not just threads. It's a battle cry, wrapping our squad in tradition as we welcome the Ravens. Imagine the sea of purple waving flags, the energy electric. That's the vibe we're building on from Detroit. No frills, just focus. This kit's seen upsets before, and with McCarthy slinging it and our line holding firm, it's primed for another chapter in Vikings lore. But here's the real juice. How does this setup play into our storylines? We're talking next steps for J.J. Van GINKEL'S chaos and holding the NFC North fort. Which storyline has you most hyped? Hit me below. Diving into storyline numero uno. Next steps for J.J. McCarthy. The quarterback who's got that flair for the dramatic etched in purple ink. From silencing Soldier Field with a fourth-quarter dagger in his debut to muting Ford Field's roar with that Nailor strike last week. Man, the kid thrives in the spotlight. But Sunday is about poise for a full 60, not just endgame heroics. Phillips broke it down. He's got to balance being amped up with staying locked in, play to play. That's the evolution we crave. No more peaks and valleys, just relentless command. And with his sponge-like brain absorbing every rep, every film session, McCARTHY'S primed to level up. Stats whisper it. First in league history for those multi-TD starts as a rook. But can he thread the needle against Baltimore's secondary? Fans, if he does, we're not just winning, we're launching. What's your bold prediction for JJ's stat line? Let's hear it. McCARTHY'S magic isn't smoke and mirrors. It's backed by brains and brawn that make him a coach's dream. He's taking everything in, listening, writing it down, asking the right questions. Phillips gushed, highlighting that baseline intelligence that turns talent into terror. At 22, with limited snaps under his belt, the growth curve is steep, but oh, it's soaring. Think about it. 148 yards average, 4 TDs, even with those 4 picks, that's raw potential exploding. And that rushing game, 2 scores on 16 carries, adding a dual-threat edge that keeps defenses guessing. Against the Ravens, where every snap counts in this .500 or better NFC North dogfight, his fire could ignite a streak. Skull Nation, envision the huddle. JJ barking calls, eyes locked, swagger on full blast. Does this reset propel us past Baltimore, or test his mettle? I'm all in, you? Wrapping this JJ deep dive with a bang. The guy's channeling that built-up fury from last year's IR stint into game day gold, transmuting anger into intensity without self-destruction. I love feeding that wolf, he shared, evolving from Michigan's smiley face fun to this unleashed beast. It's unique, powerful, and exactly what we need in a division where one loss craters hopes. With Phillips' guidance, that continuous growth, balancing hype with smarts, could redefine our ceiling. No more partial games. Full-throttle dominance. Ravens fans might quake. But us? We're howling. What's the one play you want JJ to author Sunday? Comment now. Let's build the hype. Storyline 2 hits like a blitz. Andrew Van Ginkel's impact. The all-pro edge rusher who's turning our D into a nightmare factory. Head coach Kevin O'Connell spotlighted a Lions play this week. Pure physicality, awareness, non-stop hustle. That screams the identity we're forging. Back full throttle after a pitch count week 3, 2 sacks in 8 snaps. Gink logged 60% of plays in Detroit, fueling a season-high 5 sacks and 11 QB hits. You can't box score that uplift, but defensive coordinator Brian Flores feels it. He uplifts the group in a major way. As a pass rusher, elite, in coverage, disruptive, teaming with the front 7 for nasty games, chef's kiss, and his cool-headed smarts, calms the storm. Skull fans, this is the glue. Does Gink feast on Lamar or does Baltimore scheme around him? Your call. Van Ginkel's instincts are next level, the kind Flores says are hard to evaluate but impossible to ignore. Some players just have a feel for formations, he explained, recounting college chats where Gink dissected game plans like a surgeon. That acumen, spotting tells, aligning teammates, translates to instinctive plays that flip games. Thursday, Flores dove deep. Put time in, watch him absorb, apply, then feed more. And Gink? Top of the list in Flores' career. Pair him with high IQ studs like Joshua Metellus, Harrison Smith, Eric Wilson, Blake Cashman, guys with that urgent learn-it-now vibe, and our D's confidence skyrockets. Stats seal it. 49.2% pressure rate with him versus 39.8% without, per next general blitzes. 59.3% success with Gink in the mix. Ravens, beware. What's your favorite Gink moment this year? Capping Van Ginkel's saga with fire. His return's no fluke. It's the spark igniting our ascent from early season injury hell. That Lions effort O'Connell replayed? It embodied us. Tough, smart, relentless. Flores praised his versatility. Pure rush, coverage lurking, teammate stunts that wreck timing. And in a league of chess, Gink's the queen, versatile, voracious. With him anchoring, we're not just pressuring. We're possessing souls. Sunday against Baltimore's dynamic duo of Jackson and Henry? This is where Gink shines, uplifting brothers to chaos. Skull Nation, if he drops Lamar twice, we're golden. Do you see him as DPOY dark horse? Spill in the comments. Let's roar. Storyline 3. Keeping pace in this NFC North gauntlet, where every team's .500 or better, blessing and curse wrapped in purple thorns. We're the darlings, but one slip, and playoff dreams shatter like glass. At 4-4, that Lions W injected rocket fuel, pulling us from the abyss of injuries and proving our off-season vision. Solid runs, key executions on O, run stuffing and QB haunts on D. No gimme games left, even the 2-7 Giants loom with D-line beasts and whiz-kid Jackson Dart. The league's youngest starter, McCARTHY'S a close second, but Baltimore? They're cornered animals, 3-5 after a 1-5 crater, clawing back with Huntley's Chicago grit and Jackson's Miami steamroll, 28-6. History's rare for such surges. Only 4 teams since '70 have flipped 1-5 or worse to playoffs. Bengals 70, Chiefs 15, Colts 18, Commanders 20. Can we keep the pace, or do Ravens pounce? What's our biggest edge? This division race is a pressure cooker, every matchup a minefield, but that's why we love it, pure Vikings grit. No easy outs, even basement dwellers pack punches. Baltimore's hole? Deeper than expected for a Super Bowl hopeful, but wins breed momentum. Jackson's return? Electric, 18-4-23, 204 yards, 4 TDs last week, earning AFC Offensive Player of the Week. Yet at 3-5 they've ground to cover, and our 4-4 perch feels precarious but potent. Improving health? Darisaw, O'Neal, Van Ginkel, shaped Detroit's flow, letting GM Kwesi Adofo-Mensah skip deadline drama for once. No Hawkinson, Dobbs, or Robinson swaps needed. We're buyers in spirit, valuing the core's trajectory. Skol fans, in this alpha hunt, 1W catapults us. Do we snag it Sunday or stumble? Your gut? Final punch on the race. Adversity forged us, but now it's harvest time. Ascending, connected, unbreakable. O'Connell and Adofo-Mensah see the shape. Confidence from Detroit, health returning, no panic trades. As the only 4-4 squad at deadline we could have flipped, but nah, this is our squad, our story. Ravens lurk, but with NFC North's AFC North dominance. 8-3 combined. We're primed to bully back. No more abyss, we're alphas in waiting. Imagine the roar if we hit 5-4. Playoff buzz electric. What's the key to owning this division? Hit comments. Let's strategize. Now, 2 things about the Ravens that keep me up at night. First, their perennial MVP machine, Lamar Jackson, the most dynamic force Flores has ever schemed against. One of the most dynamic players probably ever. Our DC raved, going 1-1 versus him in Miami days. But Lamar's evolved, year-over-year gains in passing, command, deep shots, scrambles, you name it. Folks fixate on runs and off-script wizardry, but he's an elite pocket passer too, with skill guys who exploit chaos like pros. Last week, 78.3% completion, 4 TDs in a rout. Career 103.5 passer rating? Best ever if he hung him up today. Flores plan. Cage him in the pocket, plaster receivers, track the escape. Inevitable breaks? Tackle swarms. Skol Nation. Can our D contain the king, or does he feast? Your prediction? Jackson's not alone. He's the engine, but that supporting cast amplifies the threat. Receivers finding space on broken plays. Protections holding for ad-libs. Flores poured praise. Leadership, acumen, all facets elevated. Against NFC? 24-3 career as starter. Though recent dips, 0-2 last year, Lions loss. But post-hamstring, he's refired, and with 2 straight W's, Baltimore's hungry. Our challenge? Everything short, intermediate, bombs, scrambles. No room for error. 1 slip and he's gone. Yet Flores believes. History's old. Lamar's better. Sunday at home with Van Ginkel's heat, we match fire with fire. Fans, if we force 2 picks, it's ours. What's your Stop Lamar blueprint? Wrapping Ravens Intel 1. This MVP bids no fluke. It's forged in fire, and containing him means perfection. From Miami's demolition to Huntley's bridge, they're surging, but our upset mojo from Detroit says different. Flores urgency. Keep him pocket-bound, coverage tight, pursuit relentless. With Jackson's streak on the line and our D peaking, this clash defines trajectories. Skol Warriors, envision the turnover that swings it. Do we ground the bird or fly high? Comment your hot take. Second Ravens deep dive. Kyle Hamilton and crew. the secondary that's a nightmare chessboard. Trading for ex-Chargers safety Alohi Gilman freed Hamilton. That 6-4, 218-pound 2022 first-rounder. To roam near the line as nickel or box hybrid, maximizing his freakish gifts. Stats scream it. Tied for third among DBs with 30 pass rushes. Fourth in quick pressures, under 3 seconds. Phillips' verdict. Smart, instinctive, long, ball skills, physical. He's really good. Not solo. Roquan Smith anchors El Beast, Marlon Humphrey and Nate Wiggins lock corners. Arguably NFL's best duo. O'Connell, incredible challenge. With Hamilton as nickel terror. Phillips calls M the toughest secondary yet. Are WRs? Confident but tested. Can Jefferson and company expose gaps? Or does Hamilton haunt? What's your matchup worry? Hamilton's versatility turns their D unpredictable. Fewer deep safety drops mean more chaos up front. That Gilman addition? Genius, letting Kyle blitz like a demon while maintaining coverage. And the cast? Elite. Smith's tackling menace, Humphrey Wiggins shut-down vibes. O'Connell's spot-on. Best corner combo league-wide, Hamilton the wild card. Our skill guys, Addison, Nails, must show up huge, exploiting any overaggression. But Phillips' preview? Best overall secondary we've faced. Sunday, it's chess. Our precision versus their physical smarts. Skull fans, if we hit 200-plus receiving yards, we control the narrative. Do they bend or break us? Your bold call? Capping the secondary saga. Beware the chain, Hamilton's the flash, but the unit's symphony of havoc. From pass rushes to plaster coverage, they're built to suffocate. Yet our post-Detroit surge says we're ready. Van Ginkel's pressure, Metellus instincts. No fear, just fire. In this .500 showdown, cracking their backfield means daylight for McCarthy. Imagine the slant to Jettas beating Humphrey. Pure poetry. Ravens, you're tough, but we're Vikings. Fans, who's our X-Factor against this crew? Drop it below. Let's scheme victory. Key matchup alert. All 11 Vikings hats versus Derrick Henry, the king who's brawn to Jackson's finesse. A 6-2, 252-pound freight train plowing paths. Last 3 games, 104 yards average, 4.9 per carry after a 4-game 37-yard, 3.2 slog. Stats overload, 10,818 rush yards since 2018, 3,083 more than Barkley's 7,735 second place. 8th ever to 12,000 yards and 100 TDs. In his 30s, 5.6 YPC, tied best for 100-plus carries. But forget numbers, his profile intimidates. Taller/heavier than most of our D, yet hits 20-plus MPH on 3 runs this year, 1 of 7. Tractor Cedo mode? Unstoppable. Limiting Jackson matters, but number 1 priority. Stuff Henry early. Can Flores front 7 stonewall, or does he bulldoze to 150-plus? Your stop Henry strat? Henry's dominance transcends stats. It's visceral, huddles where he dwarfs skill guys, linemen quaking at his charge. Fast as hell for his frame, tied with Taylor for top speed bursts. Baltimore lists him heavy, but he's explosive, blending power and burst that wrecks boxes. Our D's mission: gap integrity, swarm tackles, no easy creases. Post-Detroit run stuff? Promising, but Henry's a different beast. Recent surge signals danger. With Van Ginkel's edge and Smith's run fits, we match mass. Skull Nation, picture the goal line stand. Henry stuffed at the 1, crowd erupts. If we hold him under 80, McCarthy carves. Do we clip the king's crown? Comment now. Sealing the matchup. Henry versus us is trench warfare, where physicality decides destinies. Number 1 objective? Neutralize, because unleashed he's apocalypse. But our identity, physical, aware, effort-maxed, mirrors his grind. Flores schemes, Ginks heat, the whole unit, 11 hats, 1 mission. Sunday, under purple skies, we don't just contain. We conquer. Envision the 4th quarter goal line. Henry stonewalled, clock ticking, Vikings ball. Fans, this wins games. What's the play that breaks him? Let's howl it out. Top quotes from Week 10 prep drop like bombs. Starting with Special Teams Coordinator Matt Daniels on our Detroit Captains pregame fire. "I loved that," he said of the 8 voices. Each unique. Jonathan Greenid kicked off blunt. "I've been in these talks. We shouldn't need him," sparking varied messages that landed perfect. Temperaments mixed, but response? Electric, mirroring Sunday's grit. Daniels. "We're one of the most connected teams out of 32. All in, from third floor to field. That unity? It's our superpower, fueling upsets." Skull fans. "In a season of adversity, these huddles bond us. Does it carry to Baltimore? Your fave captain moment?" Daniels unpacked the magic. No cookie-cutter speeches. Raw, real, appreciated. Greenid's edge set the tone. Others built. Result? A reflection in play, connected chaos. Guys responded right. Meetings can flop, but this soared. And that building-wide ordinance? Business to boots, laser-focused on what matters. Post-Lions, it's palpable. Hope, march forward. 1 week at a time. Imagine Sunday. Captains rally, energy surges. Ravens rattled. Fans, if this connection holds, we're unstoppable. What's your pregame ritual to tap it? Rapping quotes 1. Daniels glow up on Unity screams Vikings 2025. Resilient, relational, ready. From captain's diverse fire to full staff sync, it's the glue post-injuries. No more siloed squads, we're a pack. Against Baltimore's surge, this edge slices deep. Skull Nation, quote of the week has me pumped. How's it fueling you? Share below. Next quote Thunder. J.J. McCarthy on channeling anger into intensity. It started showing this year, built up from IR last season, that explode-ready fury, but smart, harnessed, not destructive. I love feeding that wolf. From Michigan smiles to this power transmute. Fun's key but angers. Rocket fuel turning want into warrior mode. Thursday drop. Unique edge, performance alchemy. Skull fans, this mindset? Rookie revelation. Does it torch Baltimore's secondary? Your anger to fire story? McCarthy's evolution hits home. Last year's sidelined rage boiled, but now? Controlled burn, exploding on fields. Never had a full season craving it so bad, he admitted. That itch birthing swagger. Michigan's joy base? Solid, but NFL demands this bite. Balance? Key to his sponge growth, per Phillips. Sunday, that wolf howls loudest. Commanding huddles, dagger throws. Imagine the drive, anger-fueled scramble TD. Fans, JJ's transmutations are weapon. How do you channel fan fury? Final quote blast. McCarthy's raw honesty. From smiley hands to fury forge. Mirrors our season's arc. Pain to power. It's the baseline for his intelligence, fire, leadership. Against Ravens vets, this rookie rage could rewrite narratives. Skull Warriors, his words ignite me. What's your wolf feeding tip? Comment, let's feed the pack. Inbox time, straight from Craig Peters. Barrius asks, did the Lions win change our free agency approach? Straight fire answer, hell yes. 4-4 boost, O's vision clicking, runs popping, keys converting, D's shutdown mode, run stuffed, Goff haunted, confidence cocktail, excitement unleashed. Key returns, Darisaw, O'Neal, Van Ginkel, flipped flows, no deadline panic for Kwesi, unlike Hawk's debut 9-catch splash. Dobbs' miracle, Robinson's streak launch. At deadline's lone .500 crew, we eyed buys but prized value, health, trajectory. Skull fans, this shapes offseason boldness, buyers or builders. Your take? Peters nails the shift. Detroit's implementation. Offense flowing, defense disrupting, validates offseason bets. No injury trades needed, cores cooking. 2022-24 swaps yielded gems. But now, organic rise, due diligence without desperation. Improving health, player arcs that W's glow, all fuel a patient pivot. Imagine FA, targeted splashes, not scrambles. Against Ravens, prove it sustains. Fans, does this mean aggressive spending or smart holds? Drop opinions. Closing the inbox. Barry's query cuts core. Lions lit the path. from abyss to ascent. Quasey's steady hand, O'Connell's vision. No more patches. Foundation firm. Post-Detroit, we're trajectory trackers valuing the now build. Sunday's proof point, win and FA dreams soar. Skull Nation, inbox wisdom's gold. How would you spend if GM? Let's debate. Wrapping with a teaser bang. We've dissected the drama, McCarthy's fire, Gink's grit, Henry's hammer. But Sunday's the canvas. Ravens hungry, us howling, who claims the purple throne? That dagger vibe? It's peaking. Our D's peaking, but Baltimore's no joke. Jackson's MVP magic, Henry's haul. Yet with Van Ginkel's vortex and Captain's Connect, we're built for this. NFC North's ours to own. 5-4 beckons. Final hype. Skull Nation. This is our moment. Grit, growth, glory. JJ commands, we conquer. Ravens, welcome to the pack. All right, Purple Fam, that's your deep dive into the hottest Vikings news. From Egan's electric vibes to Sunday's showdown. If this fired you up half as much as me, we're unstoppable. Hit that like button if you're Team McCarthy takeover. Drop a comment. Win prediction, score, MVP, game changer? Who's stopping Henry? Subscribe for every howl, every update. Bell on, notifications blasting. Share with your fellow Skull Warriors. Let's flood the feeds. Go Vikings. Charge ahead. Bring home the W. Skull.